first got the calling into ministry, it was one of those things that it was a very spiritual experience when I was called into ministry. But at the same time, I had nobody to really discuss the whole experience with. It was more like, I knew that there was a clear and cut impartation of the Spirit in my life. But yet and still, at the same time, there was nobody whom I could share the experience with. There's nobody that could really shed any really true light on the entire experience. And because of that, I began to seclude myself. But one thing that I began to understand is that when God begins to deal with you, He tends to take the opportunity to catch you when you're by yourself. And so, with that having been said, over the years since, I did receive the calling into ministry, I have spent a tremendous amount of time by myself. Now, that being said, I founded this ministry, and a lot of people got a lot of different innuendos about who we are, and they looked at some of the overseers that I have here listed, and they said a lot of negative things. And one thing that I've learned about being in ministry is that once you join the body of Christ, your mess isn't just your mess. Your mess becomes our mess. Your trials are no longer just your trials. Your trials are our trials. Your problems are no longer your problems. Your problems are our problems. And so, that having been said, there are so many people that are trying to come against you and gang up on you and try to figure out who they can pull in to their situation to try to bait against you. And the whole time, when the thing that we don't realize as Christians is that when we are truly members of the body of Christ, there is no group, there is nobody that is large enough to overtake the body of Christ. Now, that's something to really rejoice about, and that's something that you can really be happy about. Because there are too many individuals whom have sought protection through gangs, through cliques, through friends, through family. But there is no bigger gang, there is no bigger clique, there is no bigger family than the body of Christ. And that is one of the real important things that I need for you to understand today. Because Seven Ways Ministries wasn't about trying to put on a show about how big our overseers were. When I established Seven Ways Ministries, I wasn't trying to establish a ministry that was designed to see who could out-sing who, or to just show off, to whoever we could, just who we were. Seven Ways Ministries was designed to give people an opportunity to utilize their education and their talents to become what they desired to be in life. It is truly that Seven Ways Ministries was designed to give people an opportunity to utilize their purpose. I remember when I first stepped into ministry, I wasn't given an opportunity. I was given a handbook that didn't make sense. And I was basically asked to be a flunky for, for an opportunity just to be able to stand in the pulpit. Now I'm saying, Lord, you've called me, but why is it that I'm having to deal with a man that doesn't want to give me an opportunity? And the Lord showed me that even though this man wants to stand in the way of your ministry, if you truly believe that you've been called by me, nobody can stop you. And that's one of the real wonderful things that I really learned about God, is that when you live with God and you live through faith, you don't you don't have to worry anymore. You can stop, worrying about how things are going to get done. And you can just let all of your stress roll away. Because people who live by faith don't worry about how things are going to get done. We live by faith. And so we just know that those things are going to get done. And when the opportunity comes along for those things to be fulfilled, we're sitting there waiting to put forth the action to make sure that those